Hello, my name is Dan Colgan, and welcome to day 13 of my December Christmas Carol Countdown. The carol I would like to look at today is Angels from the Realms of Glory. The text of this, was written by James Montgomery somewhere around 1816. Montgomery was the son of Moravian missionaries. Sadly, his parents both died on a mission in the West Indies when Montgomery was 21 years old. At the time, he was in a Moravian seminary studying to become a pastor. He boldly told the Moravians that he was more interested in writing poetry than studying, so they dismissed him from the seminary. However, they did help him find work, primarily as a baker and as a candlemaker's assistant. In 1792, he joined the staff of the Sheffield Register, which was a somewhat radical journal at the time. Because it was so radical, 2 years later, the journal's founder was forced to flee from the country, and Montgomery then took charge of it and renamed it to the Sheffield Iris. However, he still ended up in prison for writing and publishing a poem on the fall of the Bastille and for reporting on a riot in Sheffield. He also wrote many other poems centered around social justice, including the slave trade and child labor. Over 400 of his poems have been published. Of our carol today, the first 3 verses come from one of these poems. The fourth is essentially a doxology from the Salisbury hymn book, frequently added at the end of hymns and carols at the time. Here's the first verse of this text. Angels from the realms of glory, wing your flight o'er all the earth. Once you sang creation's story, now proclaim Messiah's birth. Come and worship, worship Christ, the newborn King. The tune of this, named Regent Square, was named for St. Philip's Regent Square Church in London, sometimes known as the Presbyterian Cathedral of London. The composer of this tune, a lifelong Presbyterian, Henry Smart, served there as organist. This tune, as well as Lancashire, are often his most popular hymns, Lancashire being the tune of Lead on, O King Eternal, or Go Make of All Disciples in many, many hymnals. Smart was known as an excellent organist, an improviser, and an organ designer as well. However, he became blind in 1865. He was so highly regarded as an organist, however, that he continued to work primarily as an improvisationalist almost up until his death. His daughter would write down some of his improvisations and tunes which he came up with. This one, dating from 1867, so 2 years after he became blind, is one of those.